Here we are. Hello, everybody. I'm very sorry about that last
Hello.
stream. This should be a-okay now. We have the fun game. We have the fun game coming up. Um, this is Vampire Night, the game that I absolutely love. I think Santo. I think you also like it a lot. Um,
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I think it has a pretty good thing going in, but there is some House of the Dead ish
yeah,
things on it.
yeah. So what you guys will notice is that this game takes heavy amount of inspiration, I guess, and some asset pulling from House of the Dead 2, which Multi started with. Um, yeah, you can also hear like the reload sounds and everything. It's all taken from House of the Dead 2.
And here is the reload sound that was used both in House of the Dead 3 arcade and House of the Dead on the Wii.
Yes. So if anyone's wondering why I'm shooting so fast, it's because I have binded all for Be Gone Now, for your time has long since passed.
Yeah.
I've binded R2, R1, and L2 and L1 to shoot. Because this game allows you to do that, which means I can shoot incredibly fast. And this is a controller now. This is not a light gun or a mouse. So please bear with me. Also, sorry for the quality. This is actually a PS2 running the game. No, I don't like to use emulators for PS2 stuff when I have access to it.
I mean, for me, it's easy emulation because
Well, you're in
access.
Chile. You're in Chile. There's like a 1 Chilean PS2 game in existence.
What do you mean by that?
You've shown me like you're the equivalent of eBay. It's like everything's going for so much over there.
Yeah.
Fun fact: the arcade version of Vampire Knight has a different announcer voice. The new voice of the PS2 version went on to be reused for House of Dead 3. Yes.
Wow. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So interestingly enough, this game, if you guys are only tuning in now and weren't for the previous couple runs, is that this was one of the only times in which Namco, and Sega, two very big developers, game developers, came together and kind of had a child and produced this. It's such a interesting example of taking two really good things and it coming together and then creating something even better. I think that's the best way of explaining it.
I hope to say the same for Gun Survivor 2 Code Veronica.
We don't talk about
That
that
game
one.
sucks. I mean, I'm gonna talk about that game because I am pissed. That game got an arcade release and the control was wonky to say the least. It was weird because you move the gun was a mounted gun, but you have to move it like forward or backwards, and you can move it like up and down. It was weird. Like,
Oh, here's another glitch, guys. You see him dancing for a little bit. He refuses to die. Yeah, but I mean, I think we can kind of summarize what you're saying, Santo, in terms of saying it. The gun survived. That game was just interesting. How about that?
no, it's trash. It is trash.
It's interesting.
Interesting. The thing is, I mean, the game didn't make any sense. I mean, it was a way to play Code Veronica, yeah, but
Oh damn! I missed
why?
a segment.
Why? You know why I implemented to say, oh, that there's a timer, and you know what implemented for that timer to when you run out? They just added Nemesis out of the window.
Yeah.
They added Nemesis, and it doesn't make any sense.
So if anyone's wondering, this game is very similar to the House of Dead in terms of different paths, and it's very, very like there is a lot of paths that you can take.
The thing is, with Vampire Knight, I see that the amount of enemies on screen are pretty low compared to House of the Dead.
Yes. So in terms of pushing directly towards Vampire Knight, so those guys there basically have like an infection on them, and it's The easiest
Like
way to explain it, the easiest way to explain it is that if you kill the virus with a bullet, you will save the survivor. If you
like a parasite.
if you shoot them, yeah, they will turn to a vampire and you have to kill them.
Makes sense?
Yeah, very simple, but that's why you'll see me like overshoot them because I want to.
Actually,
here's not Dracula. Not Dracula is a really cool boss. That is totally totally not predictable in
what
every
do
way,
you
shape,
mean?
and form.
This is.
This is the vampire. What's he called? What's he called in the game?
No, this is not vampire. This is not vampire. Remember, this is not vampire. This is. This is Carl. His name is Carl. Okay.
Some fun.
He likes to swing a sword. He likes to transform into things. He likes to brag that he's better than humans. But
Yes, and also if you're wondering, also shooting this fast also comes with the caveat of you still have to shoot fast. So yeah. I must say that ending off with this is probably the best thing ever, since this game really does not get as much acknowledgement as it should. In short, all the bosses are executed brilliantly. So you can see at the top, the boss health bar is here, which is unique for some of the House of the Dead games, if I'm not incorrect, Santo.
Yeah, this is what like we said about.
Also, Time Crisis. It's new with some of them. Some of the Time Crisis bosses don't have health bars. At least in 2, from what I remember. It's that the one guy on the train.
He doesn't have any health bar.
Yeah. Kind of a whole change in dynamic.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd meet.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Did you see that? Do you recognize that from House of the Dead?
The fun's over.
I find the weak points really cool.
Because I've no mercy.
There we are. Here's the
Yeah.
first boss, and you know, he's gonna be so powerful, isn't he?
Yeah. No, car transforming through.
Yeah. So my
Carlito.
pistol, my submachine gun, will deal with him.
Just to
Very easily. Very easily. Cookie Monster.
It's a big cookie monster. Okay, that's a sound from House of the Dead.
Oh no, this is the vampire. Sorry, that's the vampire. Sorry. There are so many vampires that look the same in this.
This is John Vampire. His name is John Vampire.
So that was John Vampire. There is also Joe Vampire, which appears in this next level.
And the other one is Josh Vampire.
Josh Vampire, yes. We they really don't matter. These loading screens are also very reminiscent. Santo, I can hear myself.
Sorry.
Don't leave the thing. These loading screens are very reminiscent of the House of the Dead stuff with the little marks and stuff, but it's all mythology that's on them.
What am I voting for X0 from MX?
Yeah, guys, here's Joe Vampire. He throws his balls at you. I know that sounds wrong, but I said it on purpose. These balls
more like
really just
balls
suck. Who's the mermaid?
cubes.
Jane Vampire? Oh.
They're more like cubes than balls.
Really? You want me to wait for one to come close to me so I can show you?
Let me tell you, vampires does not have balls. They have cubes.
Let's not talk about this.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's go to the
Sorry,
left path. You can go to the right path though.
Sorry, I'm not. It's a little late here.
Yeah. So context. I told Santo like an hour before I went on. Hey, do you want to come and commentate for me? And he's like, oh, I don't know anything about Deadstorm. I'm just like, just make something up. And I'm just like, okay. He's just like, but it's gonna be pretty late. I was just like, just do it anyways. And he's like, sure. How late is it for you right now?
3 a.m.
Yeah. Oh my lord. Dedication. Dedication. If anyone's wondering, I am Aussie. If you haven't already noticed by the voice. It is like 5 p.m. here. I am bing chilling.
And I'm
For
dying
tonight.
of sleep.
Bing chilling for tonight. I have never noticed the smiling man up there. The smiling man poster up the top. Yeah, so a unique thing about these is that you can hit them normally or you can just explode them. I find it really fun to explode them, but I mean, yeah. What's a sleep schedule? I know, it's like not
Big
relevant.
question. I don't know.
Santo's horrible sleep schedules. I mean, like, the other day he was streaming and I was like, can I get in the VC? And then we kept talking about Sonic. And then he, like, stopped stream, but he just kept going and he just forgot about the time. Do you remember that, Santo? And we just kept talking about
Yeah.
Sonic and it took like several hours. It was like 5 a.m. for you.
What is that sleep? A miserable little pile of... Your sleep is as empty as your soul. Mankind ill needs a savior such as you.
Yeah, so Joe Vampire is coming up very soon. So Joe Vampire is
He's
kind of
reminiscent
so,
of Hangman.
yeah. So you know the Hangman in House of the Dead. So imagine. So that's the I went through him, right? Yeah. The big Batman. Not Batman, but the big Batman. Just to explain that in the best way possible.
That was the
Yeah. So imagine if he just got teleported, but was just a lot more annoying. That's the fight that's about to happen. Look, it's Joe Vampire.
I love Joe. Hey, Peter!
Here we are. The weak. I like how the weak point's just a T pose, pretty much.
Hey,
All right.
Peter!
Here's a point in which spamming the buttons will actually get you somewhere in life.
Yeah, this is like the last boss where it plays like the old ones.
Also, yes, I'm on a controller. Please do not flame me for missing 90% of my shots. I am one of the only people in the PS2 Lycon community who's like, yeah, I'm not gonna go get a CRT. And also, it's very hard for Australians to get stuff like Aim Track, which are very big predominant Lycons in the industry at the moment, like Sinden and Aim Track. I think, what was his name? Multi was using Gun High 4? What was he using?
Gone for air?
Yeah, he was using those, but considering guns are banned in Australia, the customs won't be very nice to my large investment. So I mean, shout out to all the controller players who are in chat right now. You guys are the champs, pushing through like me.
But why though? I mean, the Gun was banned in Australia?
No, it was allowed. It's just imports are a bit of a hassle nowadays. That's part of the gamepad. You can skip the screen flash part. Yes, 100%. Yeah, I don't have to blind myself to play the most simple game ever.
Yeah. Also,
Where's he
for
going?
context,
Okay, he's going up there.
for context, Freeman is Chilean as I.
Yes,
I am,
Freeman is
so-
part of the same group of Lycon players as Santo, who come from the distant land, the distant
The
far
distant
land.
land of Chile. The distant land of empanadas, asados.
Man, I was seated by getting Lycon over as a nightmare. Yeah.
you can.
What am I hearing from your end right now?
It was a 4D. It was giving you the screen.
This is why I chose Santo to commentate. I knew at a certain point, fire rate is capped. Yeah, I that was my other concern. So I have completed 95% of the PAL light gun collection on PS2. I'm officially missing 2 games, and going through all of them, I've noticed that it would have just been like, oh, his Josh, guys, his vampire Josh,
Josh Vampire.
Josh Vampire. Yeah, but in short, I'm missing 2 games from that collection, and going out and getting all these was a bit of a trek in Australia, but it was really fun actually coming to look at the PS2 library. But I noticed that the PS2, because of course I'm only 19, sorry. I didn't grow up with the stuff. That there was like different guns that required for different games, and I was just like, yeah, I'm not doing that.
Also, there's a funny thing. Do you guys remember Silent School?
Sounds good. Nope, I do. Silent Scope doesn't use any gun peripheral, even though it was in the arcade.
Doesn't use any gun peripheral, but you know what it uses? The PlayStation mouse.
Yep.
It's weird that a light gun game works with the mouse, but not with a light gun on the PS. It's weird.
Yeah. One thing I'll say is that if anyone could hook me up with a copy of Police 24/7, I'd be appreciated, since that basically just doesn't exist. I cannot find Police 24/7. Police 911 in the US, but it came out on this. Yes, it does have Endgame. Endgame is a very interesting game, very difficult from my perspective. It's like quite a lot more difficult. Does your collection have Kokoto Fun Fair, a game I had to import from France? Shout out to Kevin700p because I stole it directly from his collection. He's our French House of Dead representative.
Fighting Squall from Final Fantasy VIII. He does look like Squall.
Yeah, but I'm missing Endgame and Gunfighter 2. Gunfighter 2 is Time Crisis, but you're in the Wild West. How about that? How about 90% of the PS2 library literally just being the definition of it's Time Crisis, but Endgame Time Crisis, but you're a woman and it's like the future. What are the other games I have on this?
Well, Vampire Night is Time Crisis, but House of the Dead.
Yeah, Time Crisis, but House of the Dead. Gunfighters, of course. Time Crisis, but it's in the Wild West. What else have we got? I have the collection right next to me, so I'm just gonna quickly have a look-see while I'm controlling this. Is that? Yep. We've got Ninja Assault, Time Crisis, but you're not a ninja. You're just like a normal human being who's like in medieval Japan or something.
I thought you were a ninja and learned the secret arts of Ganjutsu.
Oh yeah, the secret arts of Ganjutsu. You guys know that one? Time Crisis by ER. Yes, 100%. You have Guncom 2, but you've taken how do I do this in the most PG way possible?
For context, Guncom 2 is that Crimson OX, so yeah.
Yeah, Death Crimson OX, but it was ported to PS2 in Australia and Europe. How do I describe this in the most safe way possible for RGL? Imagine Time Crisis, but you're in a mental asylum. How about that?
I don't think it summarizes everything.
No. Guncom 2 is an amazing game. Don't hear me wrong. Those frame rate drops were not its own fault.
Okay, so let's talk about that frames because that's the reason. You have like mechs, cyborgs. You have skeletons.
Skeleton PNGs. Egyptian? Like I can't remember. I don't know what to describe them.
Arabic bandits, I guess.
Yeah, bandits.
Dragons.
Okay, guys, if you were ever like having a couple drinks and you want to have a light gun game, get Death Crimson OX or Guncom 2 if you're in Europe. That will get you done for the night. Okay.
Dino Stalker is Dino Crisis 3. It's Dino Crisis 3. There's
Okay.
no other game called Dino Crisis 3 except that.
Yeah, let me get this straight. My definition of a light gun game on PlayStation 2 is very weird since the official Wikipedia list sucks when it's defining it. It legitimately does, but Dino Stalker, I just don't like the moving segments in it, so I don't really put into this category. Although I'm breaking my own rules by putting other games into it, but in short, I mean, if I was to go for like 100% completion, it would be a lot harder since there are some games that are very obscure on the PS2. I can't remember what it's called. Res, maybe? I can't remember if it was Res or something else. There's a very weird game. It's kind of like a rail. It's kind of like a music one, but the whole idea of a light gun collection has been very disputed in terms of what games you need and what games you don't. In short, I've just done anything that, like, you know, you go to an arcade and you have a funny gun and you can shoot it, or stuff that came out like with the intentions of having that. Dino Stalker just has the movement, so I don't really like it, but also it's quite expensive in Australia. I'm thinking of getting it eventually. I'll say that. Sorry about that reload. I wasn't paying attention.
Now we're gonna beat Jana Vampire.
Oh, I must stop you here. Throw your balls at me. I don't know what they are. I don't know what they are.
They are
Crystals.
the Emperor. The Emperor.
Breaking
balls.
Bad. I don't know what they are. Everything about Res is weird. Yeah, I'm happy that someone else knows it exists. Like 97% of people just doesn't know it exists. Blue balls, here we go. There we are.
Don't throw me your blue balls.
Sorry, this is a very steep controller moment right here. I'm very sorry about.
Big question. How the castle has an elevator in the medieval times?
Hey, we don't talk about that. I mean, Dracula pulled a couple strings and they.
And somehow has the same sound as the elevator from House of the Dead.
He pulled a couple strings under the table and he got it sorted out.
I think he called Goldman to me. That's it.
He called up Goldman, guys. Don't worry.
That was a. I will.
No, but
help you,
the
John
PS2 light gun
Vampire.
collection is really cool because you've got Time Crisis. You of
Two,
course got
three.
Crisis Zone, Silent Scope 1 through 3, Guncom, Kokoto Funfair, which, guys, please all acknowledge Kokoto Funfair as being a light gun game. I know nobody likes it, but it is a very it's a very hidden
No,
gem in my opinion.
notice that
It is,
nobody-
imagine WarioWare, but a light gun game. I know that makes no sense, but I'm gonna keep going. Virtual Cop Elite Edition. I am so happy we got that over here.
Virtua Cop Elite Edition.
You know, I am so much happier that Vampire Knight is functioning, and then House of Dead Remake just decides, nah. Nah. Like, I love how this is just functioning well. I'm sorry about the quality. I said that at the start. I know it's not horrible, but
Also,
Yeah,
another
well,
thing,
no. Point Blank is kind of like the PS1, PS1 version of Kokoto.
There's like 3.
Yeah, Kokoto
Blank games.
Funfair, please, can everyone go buy a copy of it? That game is incredibly... It was... Okay, if you want a PS2 light gun collection, go and buy Kokoto Funfair, because that game is expensive. That game is expensive. I think it's only in Europe, but that game was not made in very high quantities. It is shovelware, but good shovelware. The Kokoto games are like a fever dream, 90% of them. But if you definitely want a collection, I had to import one from France. So, time to Google it, yeah.
Let's go.
Also, all I'm saying is that Kokoto Magic Circus was released in the US on the Wii. It is the same game, but it is different. I have tried to convince the speedrun.com moderator on Kokoto Funfair that the PS2 version is different. He does not believe me. I have shown. He still does not believe me after I showed him a run, but you know, get the PS2 version. It is excellent. It is a very fun game. It is made for children, so it's pretty much baby's first light gun game, but still, it is incredibly challenging in some segments. I really enjoy it. I think it's fun. I
No,
think
it's time to
overall
beat John
everyone should do it.
Vampire.
Oh, John Vampire! Oh my god.
Oh my god, you guys remember John Vampire? The the cousin of Dracula?
Yeah, but Kokoto Funfair, please go or check it out. I want to see eBay cleaned of the game. Please. Um, if you get a hand on it, in Australia it goes for like 250 AUD, which is like 175 USD normally. How could I forget? Oh my god. Guys, wait for this. Wait for this great fight where I just move my cursor in one position. Oh, guys, if you want to have a real fun time watching something, please go all check out Multi Brawler, because I believe Multi has, I think he's wanting to do a 1cc of this game. Multi, as you've seen before, is an excellent runner. I envy him. He envies me for some reason. I don't understand why, but, you know, I envy him. This is not the end of the... Trust me, this gets even more complicated. But Multi wants to do a 1cc attempt at this game, and I think... I'm not sure if he's done it or not, but he said it was, like, deadly. It was, like, Carnival levels of deadly.
I think mostly are the bosses. Just like
Yes,
Carnival.
yeah. This game isn't unfair. It is just kind of annoying. How about that?
Yeah, and it extends way too much. You know, John Vampire being the star as he is.
It is such a long-ish game.
And now it becomes the Emperor. for some
Yeah.
reason.
Wikipedia sucks. Because Res is... Okay, so people online don't consider Res to be a light gun game, even though Res did have an arcade potential release that never released. So it is technically an arcade game, but it never released. But someone has the hardware of it that runs off of it. It was like this big machine that played multiple different games. I know, it's incredibly weird. Yeah, it was one of those really weird things that just happened. Here we are. He's not dead yet. Don't get mistaken. He's not dead yet. Give it a minute. Give it a minute. There we are, if I'm not mistaken. This game's a bit confusing. There we are.
You will die.
And so
Yeah,
will
you will
you.
die. Yeah, you will die.
You gotta pray you get good phases with the final boss. Oh my lord, even more than the Wheel of Fate.
I will die.
Yes, please die.
And so will you.
It's such stiff voice acting.
I just played it like a few days ago, and I thought
We are not
you
what
skip
we were
something
300
or
years
anything.
ago.
But no,
Girl,
after
she
that,
changed
he
us.
goes, I will
She
die.
gave
It's
us
so
the
weird.
warmth of
Yeah, he
that
just...
lady
Yeah,
you
like,
were.
what?
Farewell.
We
Guys,
shared
Thanos, what was...
We have no regrets.
I'm not even gonna finish that. I
It's
think
all
everyone
over
got
now.
what I was gonna say.
Farewell.
Yeah, this is kind of the funny scene, and then we'll end off here. Guys, don't worry. Little girl with a gun is fine.
And,
I
and remember, kids,
6 months
if you
later.
if your savior has a gun and they die, you can get the bag the gun and do anything with it and
Guys,
whatever to
great
the grave.
advertising. Buy the Namco gun now.
I shall not
It actually looks like the gun gun.
my heart shall remember all.
Even the cutscene direction is stiff at times. Yeah, 100%.
That day, that moment, and what happened.
Imagine if tomorrow Bandai Namco say, okay, this is
Such a sad ending, guys.
Bumper
Such a
Night 2.
sad ending. Yeah, but that was pretty much all of my games. That was it's been a really fun time being on. Thank you for allowing me. I'm very sorry again about that remake mishap. Where's L on this? My brain kind of oh, here we go. my brain kind of just felt flat there. Yeah, you can find me on my Twitch. I do streams on and off. I'm doing a lot more Pokemon stuff now since I kind of got back into my childhood, but yeah, I do a lot of light gun stuff. Yeah, I might be streaming a little bit later on, so if you want to discuss a lot of that, I'm all open to questions. I run the House of the Dead kind of speedrunning sector nowadays because a lot of other people left, but it's really fun. I'm sorry about pushing everyone else's time slots because I made some stupid mistakes.
Don't worry,
But yeah,
man, don't
if you
worry.
guys want to... What? Huh? No. No memory card inserted. I have a memory card in. Yeah, it's been really fun. If you want to see some other light gun stuff, come check me out. We have a lovely community over here. Just a thank you again, acknowledgement to, of course, Chris O'Carr, which has helped us out. And, you know, Santo for helping me commentate, and everyone else. Man, that's pretty much enough said. What have we got up next? I completely forgot, isn't it? Dracula.
Dracula
Yeah, Dracula X we have up next. Please stay along for the ride.
About Dracula X, I have some words. It's a really good game.
Really
Sadly,
good game.
The final boss is.
Well, I'll be watching. I'll be watching. Thank you guys. Have a great night. Or
Thank you.
whatever
I'll be
time it
heading
is
to
for
bed
you.
right now.
Yeah.
Almost 20 minutes till 4 a.m. So yeah, I'm gonna be heading to bed right now.
Yeah. Having fun.
Goodbye, guys.
Thank you.
Good one.